Hey everyone, and welcome to Transformative Tuesday. I'm Tammy, just in case you're tuning in for the first time or you've been watching my videos and wondering who the heck this chick is and why she's talking about crystals. So I will tell you a little bit about myself and why I'm so passionate about crystals. 3 years ago, I suffered a serious concussion. I was off work for a while. And during that time, if you've had a concussion, you know that phones and TVs, bright lights, all of that, you got to stay away from. So I did a lot of listening to podcasts and stuff. And on one of these podcasts, they were talking about manifesting, and one of the crystals that was mentioned was a citrine crystal. And for some reason, call it divine guidance, I just decided to write citrine crystal down, and I wrote it on a piece of paper and put it away and forgot about it for a few days. So we're talking about 3 months after my accident when I fell and banged my head up pretty good. I was suffering some long-term symptoms such as headaches, insomnia, irritability. I still had problems finding the right word and putting sentences together. Although I appeared to be fine on the outside and people were like, oh, you're fine, I was not. And I knew I wasn't, something was not right inside still. Had tests and everything. My brain was fine, but it just, for me, it was not functioning properly yet. So I was told to give it time. I was tired of time because it just didn't seem to be improving. So anyways, I was sitting up one night and I thought I would look up this citrine crystal and see what it was all about. So I looked it up, and before I knew, I had been up until 3 o'clock in the morning researching crystals, and wow, citrine crystal helps the solar plexus. What's a solar plexus? What's a chakra system? And the rest is history. I went to the store the next day. I walked in and I just said, I'm obsessed with crystals. I don't know why, but I feel like I gotta find out about them. So the gentleman at the store directed me to the crystals, and he said, just go with your energy and see where you're drawn in, and whatever you choose, we'll read up about it. So I went home that day with a few crystals. Of course, a citrine crystal was one of them, and an amethyst. And I began working with the amethyst on my third eye, sleeping with it under my pillow, and within a couple of weeks, I noticed a huge improvement in my health and my well-being. And I decided at that time I had to learn everything there was to know about crystals. So I found myself a private teacher. And before I knew it, I was certified as a crystal healer and began practicing on willing friends and family. And I began Crystal Groupie Designs and Therapy just as a platform for me to share what it was that was helping me in my life, and it's just grown. So here I am today talking about crystals, and I'm a geek when it comes to it. I really am a crystal geek. I'm usually not comfortable about talking about anything in front of people, so if that tells you what the energy of crystals has done for me, it has given me the confidence to talk about something that a lot of people in the beginning thought was really weird, and I'm sure you still do, but you're listening, aren't you? Anyways, so that's a little bit about me. And Crystal Groupie Designs and Therapy is my little heart and soul based service that I run out of my home here, where I do energy healing with crystals. So that is chakra alignment, chakra cleansing. I create crystal jewelry. I call it jewelry with a purpose, intention, bracelets and pendants, wire wrapping. And of course, I also do transformative crystal readings, which also are a form of healing because they help to enlighten us with what it is that may be going on inside of us that's maybe blocking us from moving forward on our journey. Okay, so I'm going to announce the winner of the full transformative reading after we do our little weekly crystal reading. So I actually truth be told, I did pull a crystal this morning, but I've just been so tired lately, and I started talking and it was just kind of like that, and I had to shut it down. So I'm going to go with that crystal that I did choose this morning because I feel that it's very important to talk about, and something to celebrate. Here I go again. So this is the crystal that I pulled this morning. This is where our energy is right now. This is sodalite, and it says celebrate on it. Sodalite resonates with our throat and our third eye. So it is all about speaking your truth, that comes with clarity, that comes from your own ideas. So it's clearing that third eye, opening up that third eye, where you begin to listen to your own thoughts and ideas instead of everything else that is around you. Right from the time we are young, we're told to do this, not to do that, not to speak your truth. My gosh, you don't want to hurt people's feelings, or you don't want people to think you're crazy for the things you talk about. Like here I am. And we learn at that age to suppress our voice, to hold back, to not speak up. Like, you're afraid to put your hand up. That was me when I was in school. I was always afraid to put my hand up and answer the question just in case I was wrong. Like, oh my gosh, what would happen to me if I was wrong? And usually I was right, and I wouldn't answer the question and someone else would say it. And I'm like, oh, I knew that. Anyways, so as we grow up, we learn to just suppress that and not speak it. And then comes the day where we're wondering, what is my truth? Like, what do I believe in? And this is where a lot of us are at right now. We've been conditioned all our lives to just kind of go with the flow and do what we're told. Society conditions us to believe certain things and ideas. Our parents, our school, everything. To the point where you don't really know what you believe and what is your truth. And when we're not speaking, when we're not listening and seeing things, seeing our own truth, because we're blinded by everything around us, we're not using this properly. And when we're not using our throat properly, we start to have issues. We could have issues in our throat, in our neck, in our shoulders, thyroid issues, blocks that come from here. This is a really problematic area for a lot of people because we're not saying what we really feel. And it's not to go around and telling people what you think about them. That's not what I mean about speaking your truth. Speaking your truth is being honest with yourself and your own ideas and voicing it, learning to have a voice for yourself and stand up for yourself and talk about things that people may think are weird and strange. And you know what? People are going to think you're weird and strange, but those aren't your people. And maybe those people will start to listen to you and actually have respect for you once you are speaking from a place that comes from your truth and nobody else's. Take that chance. And when you start speaking your truth from your inner wisdom, from your soul, from your guidance, that is reason to celebrate. It really is. It feels good. It feels really good. And another way to get your thoughts and ideas out there is writing them down, journaling. You know, when we were little, we had diaries and stuff. We wrote our thoughts down. As we get older, a lot of us stop doing that. So writing your thoughts down and ideas and then going back over and reading them. And you never know what will come of those thoughts and ideas, okay? So celebrate your truth. Okay, in the next week, I want you to start thinking about your own thoughts and ideas. Okay? All right. Our winner of the full transformative reading. And by the way, there's a few more days left to take advantage of the $5 special. I'm going to mix these up really good. Whoops! Oh, my goodness. Oh, I forgot. For all of you that entered the contest, I wrote your names down last night, and I put a rose quartz crystal in to send love and energy to all of you for your love and support, because it means the world to me, and I love you all. So, good thing she didn't break. Anyways, here we go. Who is the winner of the full reading? Got one in my hand here. Larissa, well deserved. Congratulations, girl. Contact me and we will set up your reading. Oh, much love to you all. Have a wonderful week. Bye.